All right, so I recently used an auto checkout bot service sort of thing. I don't even honestly know what to call it. I'm such a noob to any of that stuff. But I wanted to give it a try because I was on vacation, wasn't sure if I was going to be able to secure my own pair of these sneakers right here. I wanted to give you guys just kind of my thoughts from the experience of using this add to cart service. This is not a paid promotion video. They have reached out to me to do a paid promotion in the past and I turned them down. It's just not something I was interested in doing. In fact, I really wasn't sure I would even want to do this either. So wanting to stay fully transparent with you guys, this is my first experience buying an add to cart service and I wanted to let you guys know what happened. So let's go ahead and get in the video. What is going on, guys? Hess here, Collective Kicks. If you guys don't know about my website, basically I curate a bunch of deals for you guys from Nike and Champs and Foot Locker and authentic retailers and post them collectively on my website so you guys can see just the top deals that I post through the week. If you guys are interested in that, check the link in the description of pretty much any of my videos. It'll take you over to my site. This video, though, is going to be about this pair of sneakers right here. So these are a pair of Yeezy Boost 350s. Box fart. So, ooh, that was a good one. Double box fart. So we have the Zion Yeezy Boost 350 V2s, and one, I'm still buying Yeezy Boost 350 V2s and doing videos on them. Two, I'm still supporting Kanye, even though he's kind of crazy. And three, the name Zion, like with the biblical reference, is not something I'm feeling either, not something I'm about. But like, I'm still buying the shoes. At the end of the day, take all of the meanings behind the sneakers and who made them and all that other stuff. That's not the reason why I bought them. I like the look of the shoe. I like the comfort of the shoe. And I like this colorway. It looked pretty cool in images. I'm there for the browns and the creams and those type of colors anyway, even though that's pretty much all Kanye has done for the 350s. Like I'd say 98% of the shoes are kind of earth tones. And this one's no different. And at the end of the day, it's still a dope looking colorway and one that I like. I'll get into more of the details in the shoe towards the end of the video, but I just wanted to focus this video on the fact that I used a add to cart service. I will tell you that I've actually wanted to do this video on 2 or 3 other occasions, but they've actually failed me on those occasions. I actually paid for the add to cart service and they were not successful in securing my pairs at all. And in fact, I was actually manually able to cop multiple pairs on my own without even using the add to cart service. The one colorway of the Yeezys that I specifically remember using on this add to cart service was the triple black or the Black Friday drop of the 350s. And I actually got 2 or 3 pairs of those ones myself and they didn't secure any for me. So I was like, wow, this is totally pointless and a waste of time. This video is not going to be that entertaining for those people that use these services and understand them. Maybe you guys can enlighten me in the comment section of why people use these services for sneakers like these, specifically because the resale on these are low, like super low. In fact, let's check. So my size, if I was to sell a pair of these right now on StockX, the sell price is at $272. Total payout is $242. They're $220 a pair, and the add to cart service was $75. So they cost me $295. I sell for $272 minus fees. My total payout is $242. So I'm losing $50 plus on this pair if I sell it today. So that's why I'm like, why would people actually pay for these add to cart services? I don't understand the cost benefit. That being said, the reason why I wanted to give it a chance is because this particular site like basically brags about the fact that they get multiple pairs for people on a regular basis. I only got 1 pair from this site, even though they were saying that they could secure 3, 4, or 5 pairs or whatever for people because they have add to carts on all these different sites that they're running. So the way I was looking at it was like, if they give me multiple pairs, maybe I can offset my fee that they're charging me, that $75, by getting me multiple pairs. I sell the multiples, keep the one that I wanted, and basically pay retail for the one I have. That's not that much profit to be made on them. Now, obviously, if you get a shoe that's really hyped up and you double, triple your profit, maybe it's worth it, but then the add to cart prices obviously go up. So for me, I'm looking at these services and I just, from somebody that's used to waiting in line for sneakers and just trying and trying and trying myself to really get stuff, like it's pointless for me because I would just rather try to get the shoes. And if I get them, I get them. And if I don't, I don't. However, I see the value add for those people that just don't want to waste their time in waiting to try to get a pair of shoes and then failing. Like that happens to us all the time as well. If it's going to be like a general release shoe or a shoe that's fairly obtainable, if you actually put in the effort a couple hours on release day to try to get the shoes, then most of the time you're going to get them. Some of the times you're not. But ultimately, the price that you're going to be paying with the add to cart service on top of the retail is a little bit more than what you'd be paying on the resale market anyway. So I don't really get it personally. I think that these Adicart and like bot service companies are taking advantage of a flawed system, which I'm not mad at anybody for doing that. If I'm mad at anybody, it's going to be the brands for not fixing the flaws so these people can't eat and make so much money off of these releases that the regular person that just wants to be able to buy the shoe can't get them because you have to pay that extra $75 or whatever fee to make it happen. So fast forward to the Zions. I honestly didn't think this would be that hard of a cop. They had a lot of pairs out there. I didn't get any pre-release pairs or anything like that. I never do usually. But I wanted to pay for it on this one because I was on vacation and I wasn't sure if the place that I was going to actually had Wi-Fi or not. That's why I gave it a go, and this is the pair they got me. I only got one pair. They did secure one. I got it from like Foot Locker or something like that, which is a site that I literally never cop from. I never ever get through that site. So when I saw that I had a confirmation there, I was like, what the heck? Like, that's surprising. I did try for myself though, and I did secure one pair from, I think, Yeezy Supply or something like that. I think it was Yeezy Supply or Adidas. I can never remember which one. I think it was Yeezy Supply, but I haven't gotten my pair yet from them. But yeah, so I basically got a pair for retail, and then I paid for $75 for extra. Some of you guys are gonna be like, well, why does Hes care about that? It's like $75. It's not that much money. And primarily, you're right, but at the same time, I don't like to waste money on resale. Like, I'm just that stingy about it. I'm an older sneaker guy, and I don't like to pay resale for things. And it's just a principle on things where I'm like, if I'm trying to get it at retail, like I should be able to get it at retail. But ultimately, obviously, that's not the case anymore because it's 2020 and retail is a thing of only chance and luck. And most of the time, that never happens. I really luck out a lot of times on Yeezy Supply or on Adidas. Never ever hit on sneakers. So that's why it is what it is. But ultimately, I honestly wish companies would fix their releases so these companies can't have a stake at that pie as much as they do, because not to hit on those companies, because I'm sure they're great people behind the scenes and they're just smart people that are doing smart things by gaming the system. I just don't overall think it's fair to the consumers out there that actually just want to have the product and they don't want to have to pay the extra price. Some people can't afford the extra price. Some people, it's a moonshot for them to get them at retail, and that's literally all they can afford. They can't pay the extra $75 to be able to secure a pair for them. So ultimately, I just wish there was more even odds to playing, and it would be what it is. At the end of the day, they got me one pair. Do I regret using them? Yeah, probably. Is it the last time I'll use them? Yeah, probably, because honestly, they got me one pair. They struck out 3 times previous, and it's really just a gamble. This is not a shoe that I thought was going to skyrocket in value. I didn't think this was going to resell for like $400 or $500. If you hit on a pair like that, then maybe it's worth it. But honestly, it was an experiment to give it a try and to see if they could actually hit multiple pairs. Didn't happen. And so it's not a company that I would actually outright promote, even though they've reached out to me in the past. It's just not something that I'm really behind. And again, hopefully no hard feelings on their side if they see this video. I just don't like the inequality of the releases as they are. And this is something to hedge it in the wrong direction, which is why typically I don't do it. I experienced it. I gave it a try. Not going to do it again. That being said, Foot Locker shipped before Yeezy Supply, so here's my first pair, I guess. And the Zions are pretty crazy. The upper is an interesting color. It's like a brownish maroon sort of color. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not really fully brown and definitely has hits of like a maroon sort of feel to it. This one doesn't have a pull tab on the back, and it does have that cream-like sole on the bottom. I wish they would do like a darker midsole on the bottom of these. I think that would actually look pretty rad if it was that darker brown color, but maybe that's the only thing I would change about it. I like that the laces are kind of that beigeish color that primarily the upper is, and the piping is actually a little bit of a different color as well. It looks like it's almost a little bit greenish, at least in my eyes. I mean, these colors blend in so crazy together that like it's hard for me to actually visualize and go, that's cream and that's green and that's red or brown. Like, it kind of looks greenish, olive-ish to me around the piping, but the shoe comes together quite well. And then you have that really dark line on the side, which is what everybody's going to know this shoe as when you're looking at them. And I think that they do look pretty nice though, and it's just a cool colorway. They have a bunch of different colorways though coming, it looks like, for the 350s. And so I'm definitely not keeping 2 pairs of these. I'm going to let one go eventually. I don't know when. I'll just let it stockpile for now. I doubt I'll get my money back from the one, but ultimately is what it is. I paid to play, and that's what I get. Anyway, Zions, did you guys hit on a pair or not? Drop a comment in the comment section. Did you get it manually, or would you admit it if you paid for a service? For anybody that paid for a service to get a pair of these or another pair, Leave a comment in the comment section. What was your experience with the service? Was it beneficial to you to use the service because you made profit off a shoe that you sold, or you got a shoe that you just didn't have time to buy manually yourself? Do you always strike out, and was this the only way you were able to hit? Curious to see the comment section. I know some people are going to be mad at me for this video from the beginning just because I'm not fully on board with the new waves of the 2020 crowd. But you know, I tried it, and it just ultimately, I'm too stingy to pay the extra money for resale. Like, I don't know. I'm just old. Leave me alone. We'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Leave your comments in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you liked it. Have a good rest of the day and more videos soon. Peace, guys.